Yes, guys, welcome back to episode 23 of the Blue Balls podcast. It's good to be back I say after, we're still in the middle of what has been the most mind numbing international break in ages. And that says a lot compared to some of the international breaks we've been through, but we're nearly over. And we're going straight into a dreaded run of fixtures before the next break. Tottenham away, Manchester City at home, Arsenal at home, Brentford at home. Every fixture is difficult, even the Brentford match. But we're actually going into this game in a vein of form, which, if you had told me that at the start of the last break, I would have bitten your hand off. I feel at least a little bit more cautiously optimistic, but we are going to chop up everything regarding the Chelsea-Arsenal game and all the latest news surrounding Chelsea in the last 2 weeks as well. So stay tuned, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out everybody's socials. The link should be in the description, and it's also literally the name on the bottom left of the screen. And yeah, welcome back to Blue Balls. Big up my guy Fata. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, all good, all good. Last couple of days it's been dreadful in terms of Chelsea news, but just saw one today about the stadium redevelopment again. And yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that, but it's been a long ass topic about that. Though.
Definitely, man. It's good to have you back on the show. Big up, Kev. What are you saying, my guy? You all good?
Well, good, brothers. I think the international break come at the wrong time. Just gaining that momentum from that Burnley win, 3 games of the bounce. We're going into a difficult period, but we've got to be confident. We've just won 3 on the bounce. That's something we haven't done in how many years. Arsenal going to be a tricky game, but fuck me, Arsenal, we can beat them. Like, if anybody feels that we can't beat them, there's something wrong here. They're not that special. I think if we go in with a game plan, the home fans getting behind us, I'm sure we can beat them. So feeling pretty confident. As much as it's a bad period we're going into, you just got to be confident and step behind the team.
Totally agree with you, man. We're going to delve into that straight off this as well. Big up to my guy Ches. Do you echo the same sentiments as Kev as well?
Yeah, man, 100%. Hope everyone's good. Big up. And literally, if we feel like we can't beat them, then we're doomed for the future and for the season. We have to change this 12-month form we've been in at some point, and I think it should start on Saturday, 21st of October. End this rut of thinking we're going to lose against every single medium to good team, barely beating the small teams and getting mid-table. We've got to be what Chelsea are and beating all the big teams and competing. And I think our team's good enough to compete. Maybe not to win, but definitely to compete minimum. So, yeah.
I agree, man. When you look at the teams in terms of their form, the midfield looks a lot stronger for Chelsea. Arsenal already know they have a good midfield. Defensively, we've only conceded 1 more goal than they have all season. I think they're the best defense in the league, which, if that's the case, says a lot about where we are as well, in spite of where we are in the league table. I only think it really comes down to the attack. I've been doing a lot of previews for this already, and I keep saying I don't see a lot of goals in this game. Like, Kev, in my opinion, 1 goal max in this match, maybe 2. And I think it's a case of first goal wins.
I think Arsenal are going to be the better in possession. We know that they're going to. That's what they've set up to do. They've had a manager which is trying to implement that style of football for 3 years, 4 years now. So they're going to keep the ball. I think our best bet is trying to catch them in the counter attack. I think we can do some damage to them with a Mudryk and Sterling on the counter. Like you did say, not many goals in it. I can either be realistic. I like to be confident and say we win, but it's either going to be a draw. I think it's got a draw written all over it personally. The last few seasons, Arsenal have been the better team in this encounter. I think they've got the better of us over the last 3 seasons in the bounce, I think. So that'll be playing in the back of the players' minds. But the more confident we are, the more we stick to our game plan in the counter, we've got a chance. So, yeah, 1-1, 1-0, something like that. You are right with that one, Lewis.
Yeah, Ches, I want to come to you as well on this. What does a win in this game signify and give to the players and Pochettino? We can come out of this game with a dominant performance and 3 points against the top 6 side for the first time in over a season, I think.
Yeah, over a season. It is over a season.
When was the last time?
2018.
It was Tottenham. Tottenham.
2018 that was the last time we beat Arsenal.
No, I mean top six in general.
Big six.
The top
Yeah,
six
big
side,
six.
yeah,
Tottenham.
2021.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Tottenham last season before last.
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
Ziyech
last season.
goal.
Yeah.
Last season we didn't beat anybody big, to be honest. It's terrible. But boy, what would it do for our season so far? It would be a massive, definitely wake up call for our team that we can push on for top 4 and top 5. I feel as though people believe in that just because these are new players, that what happened last season is forgotten about. It's not. It lingers in their mind, even if you're new, because the environment was just so poor. This win, hopefully we'll get it on Saturday, will definitely boost the whole morale of the team. It will show everybody in the club and the fan supporters that even though we're a long-term project, that we can do things in the short term because we have good quality. It shows the league that we're not pushovers and we're not going to be mid-table again. And there's a lot for our confidence. And especially this run coming up, you can beat Arsenal, then if they're top of the league, churning out results like champions do apparently, and we're beating them, then there's no reason why we can't be beating Brentford and Spurs, etc. Or being competitive and getting points against these teams. So it's massive. That's why if we lose on the weekend, it has the opposite effect. It also means to me that maybe this team mentally, if we get battered, that is, or we lose convincingly, isn't really there yet. And that's not good for me. I need to see and I demand to see a competitive performance and a performance which shows the fans, especially us, who for 12 months have been nowhere, that we're not this long-term 5-6 years to become good. There's quality players in there. And Arsenal haven't been playing that well. And we have been playing decent. So it's massive. So if it goes one way and we win, it's massive. And if we lose, I'm not going to just say, oh, it's Arsenal. I'll be disappointed. I'll be like,
Facts.
I'm not going to brush it over. I'm not going to lie. Same energy either way.
So it's a big game for both sides, and it's not season defining, but I think it sets the tone with the fixtures coming up. Like I'm not going into this game saying I'd take a draw, but let's say we come out of this game, it's 1-1, we dominated for good periods, and we actually handled ourselves against a team contending for the title. I'd go into the game against Brentford feeling confident. Based off that, I'd go into the game against Spurs potentially feeling confident as well. If we get turned over, though, we're going right back to stage one. Fata, what's your thoughts on?
At the end of the day, this is a free hit for us because we've got nothing to lose. We haven't beat Arsenal since the 2018 when we beat them 3-2 at the Bridge. These guys won the last 5 games, head-to-head games, and I think this is the third season in a row that they beat us at the Bridge. So the pressure will be on them. Can they continue on that streak? On the other hand, for us, is that if we somehow can nick them a point or maybe like win a game, then it kind of rectify everything from what happened at the start of the season, and also it sets our momentum for the next couple of games ahead. We've got a hellish run of form up until by the time we get into that 25th of November-ish. But at the same time, I'm very just calm about it. And let's see if we can perform a bit up to our standard against these top level teams like Arsenal, because last couple of games, Brighton B team, Fulham, Burnley, we should have beat that. We should have beat them, but this is the massive test for us.
I'd agree on everything except we got nothing to lose. We do. We massively. We can't lose.
Yeah, 100%.
We can't let them go 4 in a row on our ground. We can't go into the run of fixtures already off another L. It will take all the confidence out of the team. We got to leave with something. We got to leave with something.
At what point do we have to say we're Chelsea Football Club? Forget all these people saying, "Oh, you man demand trophies today, and you guys don't have a process." We do. Obviously, we're back in Poch. Potter just was rubbish. That's why he didn't stay. At what point are we going to say process this, process that? We actually just start winning games and not beating Burnley. I'm talking about winning consistent games, like we should be.
You want to see
what you got to listen. What you got to take into consideration is teams have come through the transition. Look at Arsenal. It took them 4 or 5 years to get to where they are now. They've stuck with the manager. They've completely took all the deadwood out of the team, replaced them with better players. We are right in the middle of a transition, which has taken nearly 2 seasons. Yeah, so we can't expect to be beating teams who've implemented the style of football for years and years and years. I think those Arsenal players are drilled in to what Arteta's done from last season, the season before, the season before. The players that we've got now are new to each other. Pochettino's coming up with new ideas, new training methods, whatever. So it's going to take, another year for us to even be challenging. So if we can go and do a number against Arsenal Sunday and compete against them, this goes to show that we are ahead of the transition. And I'll be happy with the draw. And I think everyone else should be. If anyone's expecting for us to be competing with City, Arsenal, Tottenham haven't completely changed the squad, but they've got a new manager, but they've still got players there from 2 years ago. You want another planet. We've got to just be patient and just say, you know what, we've got players we've got quality there. We've got young players.
You can be both, though. You can be patient, but still have the expectation that we are Chelsea and we should be winning these sorts of games. But it's a case of if you don't, you can look at the reasons for it and then just go off there. Like I agree to a point. Like there does need to be patience with the manager. There does need to be patience within the squad too. But it also doesn't mean we can look at Arsenal and just say, "Is what it is. It's Arsenal. Like we won't be able to compete with them." No, we have to. This is the team we want to be competing with in 2 years. So, like, we need to keep the standard up now, not in 2 years' time. Get to them, beat them. If you can't, we'll look at the reasons why. We'll probably be forgiving. Again, young manager, young squad. But the expectation's got to be there. It's got to be there.
And to Kev, to your point about Arsenal's process is 4 years deep. You know they've beaten us. They've been beating us since 2020, bro. They beat us 3 times in the bouts in 2020.
They beat us every year of the process.
So my point is, even when they had their process, exactly. Even when they had their process with players that wasn't even his players, to a lesser degree of quality of our players, they still beat us 3 times in the bounce. So our players right now aren't the level of players Arsenal had back in the start of their process with Guendouzi and Torreira and all them, man. We've actually got a good squad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, our squad's actually quite good. It actually looks good, and when it plays well, it looks nice. Like it's not like a bad team. So
I think we've got Nkunku coming back Nkunku potentially coming back as well. That's the word in the road. So,
for the Arsenal game?
Yeah, he's back in training.
No chance.
I think he's only for the training, but I don't think he's going to be back.
He's training.
Yeah, he ain't ready yet.
Is he training?
He ain't ready yet. That's the thing.
I wish.
Reece James is in contention, isn't he?
He'll be injured again.
Chelsea. You are right. We are well ahead compared to any other team transition because we've not only replaced players, but we've probably upgraded in the 3 players. Look at Cole Palmer, for instance. Cole Palmer or Kai Havertz. Cole Palmer's done more in freaking 4 games than Kai Havertz done in 3 seasons. So there's been upgrades all around the pitch. But what I'm gonna say to everybody is just be patient with it. Just let them gel a bit more. Wait for a couple of players to come back. And give it another month, 2 months before Christmas, man. We'll be smashing things. I know it. You can see it in, just that Burnley game. Just when the first half wasn't the best, passing it around the back, and second half, pick up a finger. You can see the confidence and we've got players, we've got quality players. So it's just a matter of time, really, before things start picking up.
Yeah. So speaking of Havertz, that brings on to a tasty debate I saw on the timeline yesterday. I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. Should or does he deserve to get booed? Because I've seen a lot of people on the timeline just like, no, we shouldn't. He scored the UCL final goal and all that. Brother, I do not care. We've complained about how long about the atmosphere on the bridge and how quiet it is, and now we want to start clapping rival players in a London derby. Like, what are we doing?
I wouldn't go as far as clapping him. But I wouldn't boo him. He hasn't done nothing to get booed. Like, we didn't want him.
Left us in 12 to go join rivals for money. Like, look at the reasons why everyone hates Mount. Then compare it to
99% of the Chelsea fans wanted him gone. So what is he expected to do? We never wanted him. I never wanted him.
I agree with you. I never wanted him. But the fact is, he took our club from 3rd place to 12th place. And then instead of dealing with his consequences and trying to better himself, what did he do? He went to Arsenal for a paycheck and for UCL football. The same reason why this fan base hates Mount. The exact same. So if we can chant against Mount every week, why can't we boo Havertz? The same thing will go to Jorginho. Jorginho, who is more forced out than chose to leave, he's going to get booed. Let that happen. He's at Arsenal. I don't care. Make it as toxic and as hostile as possible. We need Stamford Bridge to be a fortress again. If we are staying silent for rival players or anything like that, yeesh, we've fallen back. I remember this fan base used to boo Mourinho. Even Lampard got booed coming back with City. Havertz is going to be the difference. That is insane if we do that. That is insane.
You know what? With people like I understand why Lewis put up the tweet. Like, you know what? The way I think of it like this, because some people might still kind of like still have a soft spot for him because of Champions League final. But at the same time, it's been like season after season where Havertz has been letting the team down, and up until the last season where he's supposed to be that main guy. And I can understand why the fans are going to boo him on one side. On the other hand, some fan base could still have that soft spot against him because of the Champions League final and the World Cup as well. But for me, it's a 50-50.
Soft spots for Gooners, boy.
It's a 50-50, but
we've fallen off.
It's just like, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Like, it's London Derby at the end of the day. Like, we got to make our.
He needs to be getting booed at every touch, same as Jorginho. Booed a pair of them. And this is coming from someone who was a Jorginho fan when he was at Chelsea. Now he's at Arsenal now. You got to make it toxic. Make it hostile. Be the 12th man that we've been talking about Stamford Bridge needing to be for ages.
Yeah.
For ages. You are setting off on the wrong precedent if you let them feel comfortable here. That's insane.
I can't like, I never... Like,
so many people are saying, oh, we shouldn't boo him. Cucks.
Apart from Dortmund last year, atmosphere-wise has been stinking up like last couple of years.
Atmosphere's been crap for like the last 18 months as a minimum. Now we're finally in some good form. We should be showing that confidence in the ground. Because, like, let's be real, the form's been in away games. 2 away games on the bounce, Fulham, Burnley. We haven't really got the chance to enjoy that at home. We should be going in there. We should be hot from the start. And we should be on those Arsenal players' necks. Pause. That's the best that we could do.
Yeah.
Was there any other stuff leading into the game? Reece James, he is back. Does anyone expect him to start? Because I don't really think he would.
No.
Don't rush him back
for Reece James.
Start Gusto. Start Gusto. Just all we've done with Reece James for the last 2 seasons is rushing back, and then he gets injured within 2-3 games. This is our chance now to start Gusto and let's bring James on, give him 20 minutes at the end and keep pushing him, building his fitness slowly until he gets to the 90 minutes fitness, and then just slowly bring him in. There's no point fucking starting him, putting him in the deep end, and then he's back out again because he's going to be a massive player.
We've been crying out loud for too many times over the course of last year. Oh, but we rush players back. Look what happened. Gets injured again. Oh, look, we rush Kante back. Look what happened. He get injured again. So let's just not do this revisionism about rushing players back because he just needs time. I think, let's say by the time we get Brentford or maybe the Blackburn Rovers, give him a run of minutes. Like, plus Gusto hasn't been playing that bad the last couple of games.
No, Gusto's been banned the last 3, so he's back from suspension, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, definitely. You got to arrest James, the captain. We need him for these games coming up. There's no point risking him for him to get injured, and then we're back to square one again. We've got the depth now. Use it. Just use it. Play Gusto. If he needs to come on and we're holding on for a point, or we need to attack, he's quite good at both, innit? Then bring him on last 20, 15 minutes, and that's it. Simple as.
Facts. Right. We'll just go through the lineup quickly just to round out the Arsenal preview. I don't think there'll be too many changes. I guess we're expecting Sanchez to stay in goal. So we're gonna have Gusto right back. Do we think Levi Colwell's going back at left?
Are we doing what we predict to happen or what we want?
What we predict.
Okay.
Levi Colwell on the left.
Yeah, he'll play the same back 3.
So Colwell,
Silva, Disasi.
Is Disasi injured? Because remember he had an injury.
Nah, it was minor. It's precautionary.
You know what? Because you said precautionary, I might start Silva on the right, Colwell on the left, Cucurella.
Pasado.
Just in case, but
No, I don't think that's what's going to happen anyway. The guy left, like, he's had 2 weeks rest. He should be fine, unless we hear anything different from Poch. Big question is who's playing on the left? Does Sterling go back in on the left side? Does Mudryk come into the team?
It's got to be Sterling after the last game. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah, I think Sterling starts, but does he start on the... Actually, no, because Palmer's got to start. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, we know the front reason, yeah.
Palmer on the right. It's going to be Gallagher in the 10 in it again.
Yeah.
And he'll play Jackson, definitely.
Got to be Jackson after his goal on the last one.
Our debate last game, before the last game, we were like, Berger, Jackson.
God, I'd love to see Mudryk on the left, man.
Yeah, we would love.
Yeah, bring him off the bench, tired legs and everything. Ben White won't know what hit him.
But that Berger Jackson debate got deaded very quickly in the first half.
It did. Jackson.
I know all three of you watching that game, man. Why do we even debate that?
It didn't turn up, so it didn't turn up. When Jackson come on, it was a total different game.
He's just getting back to sharpness. Like, give him, just limit him to off the bench minutes and give him the Blackburn game.
I still don't even think he's that guy to link up play like that. He's like
I don't know. We just haven't seen enough of him really.
I know,
like even last season, he started the Brentford away game, came off the bench and scored against Wolves. Other than that, like 10 minutes against West Ham when we won 2-1 and turned it round, like he barely has any game time. We've not really got enough chance to see what he's about.
Yeah, Jackson, apart from his finishing, sometimes is the ultimate striker. He can do everything. But Barora is a kind of striker which breaks the lines. He can run man in behind and he can get in behind and play down the flanks a little bit. But he's not a link-up man. Jackson can do the lot, man. Jackson's really when he come on against.
Sounds like they play well together.
Yeah, you could probably play Barora just off him on the left or the right.
Boss, against Arsenal's defense, Gabriel and Saliba playing Berger would be so dumb because there's body him, pace him, the run with him.
It'll just be a strength matchup, and he's not winning that one. So.
Whereas Jackson, he'll drag out one of the defenders when he holds up the ball. He's a bit more like difficult to tackle. He can lay it off quite quickly, 1-2, so it'll cause the defense a bit of problems. But like Vitor said, I would like to see Mudryk because I don't think their wing backs, Zinchenko tucking in and Ben White, are like that great at defending, and they don't have a lot of pace. So playing Palmer would be smart on Mudryk because he'd tuck in and you have Mudryk running on the wing. I don't know if Sterling's got that burst of pace anymore.
You know what it is though. You just got to play players off the last game, and Sterling and Jackson.
I'm saying Sterling doesn't start, but Mudryk it'd be nice to see him come on and see what he can do.
Even Mudryk come off the bench against Burnley and he looked sharp. So there's good options it's good options to have. But if you're talking about the wing, I think Sterling it just gets the knock just from the last performance, and then let's see if he steps up to the mark and plays good again, he starts the next game. But it's hard for competition. Everyone's pushing it to run now, and this is what makes it a better atmosphere in the team.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Arsenal game. But just to wrap up the preview, what is everybody's score predictions? I'm going to try and be optimistic and say a little 1-0 Chelsea.
I'll say 1-1.
Kev, what are you thinking?
1-1.
1-1. Ches?
I was going to say 1-1, but you know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. We get a winner.
2-1. If we see 3 goals there, I'll be very surprised. But let's hope we bag twice. Just in some other news regarding Chelsea, we've now confirmed the sale of the site next to Stamford Bridge to Chelsea, which I think was the Edward Stoll Foundation or something. I think it just guarantees that we're not moving from Stamford Bridge. Not too sure if the Earls Court site was already bought by somebody because I keep hearing that site come up in discussions, but the ideas that are being spoken about is Chelsea are looking to build at least a 55k seat arena, and Wembley, the London Stadium, and Twickenham are options should Chelsea have to relocate. Can't lie, the London Stadium just sounds horrific. I don't want to imagine that being a home ground for 4 years. Imagine traveling from all the way to Stratford and then the 1 hour walk from there to the ground.
No.
Yeah, that's not it. But even then, why has it gone down to 55k? That's what surprised me. I thought we could at least build to 60.
There's no point even doing it. Just to expand it by.
You know they're all going to be hospitality too.
8,000, expanded it by 8,000 for 4 years. Wait, what's the fucking
13.
point?
No, it's not 8. It's
Oh. 13.
No, it's 15.
Oh,
It's
15.
it's quite a lot different. Yeah,
we're 40k now.
But our stadium is small. Our stadium holds like 40. Like 40.
That's shit.
It's an extra 15k. The majority of it is going to be hospitality seating. Like, this is why I'm hoping the Earls Court thing still exists, because that's like a glimmer of hope for me. If we could move there, then we could build beyond 60k. The problem is, like, it's just the place where we're situated. That centuries-long lore about Henry VIII's Mount having to face St. Paul's Cathedral, the train line, the cemetery, the housing nearby, just in a crap area, if we're being real about it. If football continues to grow, I think eventually we're going to have to think about moving past Stamford Bridge. And it's like we just wasted $1 billion already. But if this is the only option we have, we can't complain too much about it.
Why
can't that or you move away from the whole area.
Do you see Matt Law's tweet, though? He said that despite us buying the property for 80 million, they're still weighing up the options and moving to a new site. So I
read the article, but like there's no actual depth to it. It's a whole think piece from him. Like everything that's been confirmed is we spent 80 million on an area right next to Stamford Bridge. If that's the case, why have we spent 80 million to buy that, yet we're still considering to move away?
Because I think it's like an option to, because you can't guarantee that the place, the land you want to use is going to be available. So they're just saying if we buy it, 8 million to them is nothing. So we just buy it.
No, but we've already bought it.
That's what I'm saying. So they're buying it anyway to own it outright. So if they want to expand the stadium, they can. And they
but then that's the case if you just wasted 80 million for nothing. And like, I guess they're billionaires. Are they really making that sort of investment though, without having any
investment either way though? Because it's a win-win really. Because they either expand the current, or they have all that land they could sell for more money. So
they could sell the land as a whole.
Yeah, like everything together.
Okay, I understand.
So business-wise, to me, that's what I thought.
That's how makes sense. Actually, when you deeper, that actually makes sense. Okay,
yeah, so money-wise, it's smart, isn't it?
Oh, you've given me a ray of hope. Because we need more than 50k.
Let's think about it. Highbury, when they sold their land, mate. Let's think how much they sold that for. Let's think how much them apartments are in Highbury now. They're going for fucking millions. So maybe they're just invested in it to sell it back for more.
Oh, West London as well. You know where Chelsea is?
The house is just around that little area there. There's like 20 million pound houses just.
Oh, that's like the richest borough in London, where Chelsea is.
Yeah, that might be a smart move from Todd Bowley. The more you deep it,
everything, bare money. Think about it.
Let's hope it's not as cut and dry as we're gonna stay then, because like as much as I love Stamford Bridge, I kind of accepted we probably do need to move. If there's an area nearby that we can do so. Earls Court, I feel like, is the closest thing to make everybody happy. You're 10-15 minutes from the bridge. There's like in that area, there's routes to 3 different train stations and an overground train. It's perfect. Like, and you still keep the same culture. You're near all of the same local pubs and everything. Nothing really changes for the match-going fan except the stadium, and that's it. And you've got a much bigger, much more upgraded ground.
I wish it could have been like around 60k at least 60k.
Yeah,
not 55 though. I think 55 is a bit lower.
Yeah, it was originally said to be 60k. So why it surprised me when we're hearing at least 55. Why are we saying at least 55?
Yeah, but
or maybe that's just reporters trying to get clicks.
55, but with these new stadiums, you all know you can expand on them at any time given. So maybe it's 55 to start off with, and then in future they can expand it to 60. So
again, in that area, we can't build higher than 60. Just based off the surrounding areas, innit? Like cemetery, train station, that centuries-long lore and everything. I think that's literally why, like, the original plans were 60k, but no more. Roman would have loved to build bigger than 60k. It's not a crap area. It's just a really tight spot to try and continue to build up on. So we'll see how the whole situation develops in the
next couple of years. What about the hotels then?
We'll hear more about
the hotels then? What about that hotel? What's going to happen to that hotel?
Oh, they'll take it down. Like, that's Chelsea. That's Chelsea. So, like, we could just take that down if we wanted to. That wouldn't be much of a difference for us. What else is there? Chelsea are interested in Osimhen, and a January move can't be discounted, according to Ben Jacobs. I can't lie, I thought this was a bit of a repost. There wasn't really anything new added to it. And honestly, good luck negotiating with Napoli in January, I think. Even if he's got 18 months left in his contract, they're still going to be trying to go for Serie A. They're going to be trying to get back into the Champions League. They're not going to get rid of the top goal scorer, not mid-season. Not without at least an immediate option going the other way. I think at the best case scenario, you could go in the summer if we don't go for Tony. I think that would be a brilliant shout. But January, you're spending 200 million, in my opinion, if you're getting him in January. And would you?
Nah.
Yeah.
He ain't worth more than 120.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I disagree with that still. Let's talk. I disagree with that. Can't lie. Because if Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, two young prospects in the world, are going for their market values, I think Caicedo's has gone up to 90 million euros, and Enzo's is about, I think, 70 something. If they're going for 100 million, 120 million, and their ceiling, why isn't a striker the hardest position to fill in footballing, anecdotally and logically, in the footballing sphere, playing for Napoli, the goals he scored, the age he is, why isn't he worth 120, 30 million?
Because he's got a year left on his contract. I agree everything past that.
I don't think they'll demand 130 million, though.
I feel like you could get him for...
I think we could get him for 100. Sorry?
You could get him at max at that amount, but that's after, I think, months of just long-ass negotiation with Napoli trying to lower the fee.
So
we treat that like the Caicedo situation, where we just keep negotiating until maybe somebody else comes in, and then we just go and we throw the money in general, and we just take the player.
So am I the only one here who thinks that, not realistic, but like there's a possibility we can get him in January? Or the club will go for him.
You're spending way more than 120 for him if you do it in January.
I don't think
you're spending crazy money.
I don't think it's more. I don't know. I'll be surprised.
The thing is, like, we have to think about our development for the stadium as well. Like, we do need a lot of money to build this stadium at the same time. We just can't spend any of these players like Tony without bringing some income, like trophies along the way. We need some result. That's why I feel like we can't overspend a lot in the next couple of years because we're thinking ahead of that redeveloping that stadium.
Personally, if I had to flip a coin, who would you rather have, Osimhen or a new stadium? I'd have Osimhen because I want to win things, man. It's football. Get the football and that stuff done first, and then the ground and that in maybe in a year's time when the stuff on the field's going correct. Do that shit then.
Actual work on the stadium won't start for years anyway, like we don't have to worry about that too much.
Furthermore, they're completely different investments. That one's in the team, one's in infrastructure. So it's not the same pot. Secondly, Osimhen is like, it's not a Thanos piece, but I'd say him and the goalkeeper is like probably the pieces we just need. And we can all agree, if we've got a good goalkeeper, let's say Sanchez doesn't prove himself and he's all right like he's now. Be a goalkeeper and Osimhen, we would all say we don't need to get any new players for a while. What position?
I don't know if we go for another goalkeeper though. Like Sanchez would have to stink it out every single week for us to do that. We've already brought in Slanina, we've already brought in Petrovic. I think one of them is eventually going to be brought up to compete with him. I'm guessing it's going to be Slanina.
So using that logic, we only need Osimhen. That's the final piece.
That's a striker, fam.
Yeah, like I'm with you on that. Like, it's not the same as last season or the season before where we don't make a lot of chances. Like, if we have Osimhen, he's banging in goals for us. I just think it would make more sense for us to do that in the summer because he's got a year left. We have a bit more leverage. Napoli would be more willing to sell him at that point as well, as opposed to now. But I think we lay the groundworks for the summer now if we don't get Ivan Toney. I think that would be what's there for us.
Why did we go for Enzo Fernandez in January? Because the competition for him would have been crazy. And there would be more money, but not even that. Clubs have better propositions. Imagine we don't get top 4 this season or top 5. No way Osimhen's coming.
But that's also why I don't want to think about it too tough because we've got to pattern ourselves first. Before we think about just transfers and trying to look attractive. If we're nowhere near top 4 in January, why would Osimhen want to join us? He could be going anywhere else and be competing in the Champions League, be competing for top trophies. That's why, like, as much as I like this Osimhen thing, the deeper thing is we got to make top 4 with the squad that we already have. Or we have to at least make a good show for ourselves. Like, I get the transfer, but it gets to a point where I think we're just reliant on transfers to save us out of our problems. Like, we've got a young squad that are talented. Let's get them sorted first, and then if we are in top 4, top 5, we can be the final piece in our puzzle.
Yeah, I hear that as well. Because Christopher Nkunku hasn't even touched the ball yet, and that guy, I know it's pre-season, but that guy's a baller, bro.
He could even be the
he's one of the best players for France, and he's in our team, bro. He's deep in it. He's literally one of the best players in France.
Yeah, he's
like literally top 5 players.
I'm hoping his impact is as big as everyone's.
He's a saucy baller. Look at him. He's just a baller.
He's a game changer. He's going to be the game changer. When he comes back, some of the fucking shit we're going to be. His free kicks, finishing left foot, right foot.
Palmer Jackson would be so nice.
Realistically, shall we look on the option as well, apart from the attacker?
Like what?
Maybe I'm not sure actually, because
linked to that centre back from Sporting Lisbon. The Ivory Coast centre back. What's his name from Sporting Lisbon? He looks well good. I've got his name now. He's linked to him.
Let's be real. We're stacked in basically every other position.
Yeah, only striker we need realistically.
The only place would be like left back. I got my eyes on the left backs.
Yeah,
but other than that,
we got in the comments last week what we said, about Chilwell.
Yeah,
I must go in the comments.
It was the same thing about Mount and Havertz last season. They'll get with the times when it's socially acceptable, like everybody else does. Yeah. But like, let's be real about it. Like, we've got 2 good right backs. Midfield, we've got Ugo Chukwu, we've got Lavia coming back from injury, Caicedo, Enzo, Gallagher, Cole Palmer, who could play in that position, and Nkunku in the 10 when he comes back. Yeah. Wingers, we've got Matson potentially, Sterling, Noni, Mudryk, Angelo Gabriel coming back next season, potentially Kendry Pies in a few years too. We are set everywhere except up front, and let's look at the left backs. Even then, Colwell's starting to grow. I say starting to grow into that position. I forgot the first half against Burnley. Maybe we do need to have a look at the left backs as well. But that and strike, and I think we're good.
Because, bro, the only game Levi's been tested properly, is Liverpool, and he struggled, man. In the first half, he struggled. And that's why
even Burnley, he was getting cooked.
This game against Saka, boy. The problem is...
Saka might not play, though. Saka might not play because he's injured tonight.
Yeah, but either way...
And also, we played a lot higher against Burnley. We'll play a lot.
I agree with that. And it was the first game of the season, the chemistry, the new team, new setup. I get it. But my thing is, Arsenal's attack. Bro, I still want to lose against them, innit? And their attack is very fluid. And we can't have any players who don't have a natural position and understand.
They're not the same as last season, though. That's the thing. They're not making as much chances. And it depends if they set up. If Havertz is in that team, we can have a much better performance just based off that. If it's like Partey, Rice, Odegaard,
don't start him as well, because don't start him, because what happens is with the manager, you think, you know what, I'm gonna start Kai because he's gonna be up for it. But we all know Kai is gonna flop, man. What is Kai gonna bring to the table, really? Apart from fucking turning inside and passing the.
He's gonna get that one crunch from Caicedo and go into his shell.
This fucking shit, man. Like, hope just start, because they're already down to 10 men, and hopefully we can just play on that.
If he's in the midfield, he's gonna be the press trigger in transition, and they're not gonna make as many chances as a result of that. If he's up front, they're gonna miss a lot more chances. So regardless of wherever he plays, if he starts, I'd feel a little bit more confident. If he doesn't, let's just see how the game goes. Because regardless, there's at least a little bit of optimism in me going for this game. If you asked me this a few weeks ago, I'd have been like, just defend and pray. Just pray. Now it's like, no, you know what? We can do something. I got a little...
Just take your chances, Chelsea. If any of the men are watching this game on their fucking 5-star room bed, whatever the hell it is, take your chances and we have a chance of winning the game. Simple as that. I know we'll create defensively. I think they'll score. but I don't think we'll get like outrun. And the midfield will do its job. It's just the attack. When we get the opportunity, we have to take it because their defense is better than ours. So
Facts. This is a very not young. Well, I'd say young Chelsea squad, but it's a Chelsea squad without a lot of moments. If any of you guys are watching, who wants to be the hero today?
Be that guy.
Who
Be
wants
that
to
guy,
be him?
man.
If you get the winner,
You're him.
everyone is singing your name. So turn up. One of you man needs to have the big moment.
Cole Palmer is good. Cole Palmer, if anybody's going to
Cole Palmer scores
no.
and gets that winner for 2-1 for my prediction.
Cole Palmer, Mudryk, after the way the Arsenal fans have been onto him all year, I would do sick things for a Mudryk winner. Nicholas Jackson for the baby Drogba hype. I'm here for it. There's plenty of different avenues to go through. One of you guys be the hero on Saturday. We'll be singing your name for the next month minimum.
I hear what Fatou's saying now, because now we're saying that, we're implying that like it's a hopium, and that kind of implies Arsenal should win. So it's not a free hit. But if Arsenal win, it's not like an L for us, depending on how
it still is.
No,
they're just favourites. That's just it. They're just favourites.
That's what I mean. They're favourites to win. So if we were to lose, it's an L. But it's like, did we compete? Was we competitive? I'll still be annoyed, and it wouldn't be good. But
yeah.
But you know what? But that's the thing. If we go into that game, right, and we lose, and we say, "Oh, but we were never the favourites," it feels like a bit of a free. You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say cope. They're gonna say copium. They're gonna say you're coping. That's exactly what. Like we can. All it is they are the favourites going into this game. We still have to go and we have to make an account of ourselves. We're still gonna be the ones who, if we lose, we're gonna have the whole 1 billion spent and you're still crap tag and all of this crap. Yeah, everything's going to do the round again. We have to win. Let's not get twisted. We have to win. Yeah. No, the only way I'll accept a draw is coming out of the game and we have drawn. And I'll be like, all right, you know what? We're still unbeaten. We kind of handled ourselves against the team that should be contending for the title. I'll take it. But going into the game, no, give me 3 points now. Give me 3 points.
A draw is a massive step in the right direction. I'd be happy with a draw. Mate, sitting here now, considering fucking last season we dropped points to every single top 6 club. I think if we went and got a draw against Arsenal, it's a step in the right direction. And it's proven that the process is working. And all we've got to do now is just keep believing in it. And next time we go to Emirates, we could be fucking potentially beating them because we'll have better players coming back. So let's see how it goes, man. But like you are right, Lewis. We've got to beat them now. No ifs or fucking buts, man. We've got to. It's about time. It's been too long. I've been getting stick from all my Arsenal brethrens, fucking trying to DM me and WhatsApping me for time. You get me? Saying, "Kev, your team shit." I just ignore them. You get me? So if we win on Sunday, them man must have their phone on. They must have their phone because I'm going to be giving them a phone call. Yeah, I'm telling them.
Trust me, man. I'm hating how gassed these lot have been the last few years. The only good thing is they haven't won anything. But like when we were better than them, we were winning trophies. We had things to flex. They haven't got anything right now, thankfully. But if we don't pattern up, and soon, God knows how much time we're gonna have left before they end up picking something up.
Yeah.
Any other news? So Chalobah's leaving Chelsea in January. It's time to go. He wants to play regularly, says Fabrizio Romano. We kind of already knew that. I guess maybe Chalobah's just accepted it himself.
It's bad, man. Yeah.
You need to find a club for him, but Bayern only wants him on loan. He's not really breaking into the Bayern team anyway.
He'd be a good shout at someone like Forest. Where Hudson-Odoi's gone there. He'd be a good shout.
You don't want to go there. I don't blame him either. You got like European clubs interested in you. You're not going to settle for Forest, innit? But it's just Bayern wants him on loan, and they buy him, but we value him at 50 million, which I don't get now. We haven't given him a minute of game time. His value would have gone down as a result of that. Like, let him go on a cheaper fee because at least Bayern take him. He can go, I'd say, be a bench player there respectfully because they've still got Upper Meccano, Kim Min-jae, De Ligt. I don't think he breaks into that team, but it's a good step up for him. I guess that would be decent. Inter Milan, there was interest from them. There was some Newcastle interest, but it never really materialized. Hopefully someone comes in for him in January. Hopefully we get decent money for him and he gets to move on because as a player, I like him. I always think he's been a dependable squad player for us. It's just we've got 5 better options right now and there's not a lot of game time to go around. He's kind of suffering as a result of it. It's just a shame. But
I don't, because I think the competition is too tough on the team. Plus, Disasi came in this season. I don't think he's been that bad, but I think he's been at least better than Chalobah than than other defenders in my opinion. That's why.
he's been our best centre back this season, in my opinion.
So it's a tough swallow to pill for Chalobah, but at the end of the day, this is industry, and if you don't get into the team, like I can't even blame him. Like you want to go out and then get your game time.
Bro, Chalobah being sold is a good thing. It shows the quality's gone up in our defense. I mean, because he was people shouting to him to start last season, which says a lot. Our defense was a shambles overall. Wasn't bad statistically, but overall it wasn't good. So the fact he's been gone means our standards gone up. It means he can't get in the team, which is good for us because it means that the man coming in are implied better than him, and the competition is on the level, and it's a win-win for everyone.
As well.
Huh?
Where's Fofana coming? Coming back? So
he's back like Feb.
Yeah, Silva's going to be going end of the season, I think. So Chalobah, Silva, that means we can get one more world-class centre back to come in. So we'll have 4 class defenders potentially, and that's what you want. So
it's a fair point. You might end up going for a centre back too in the summer when you deeper.
Probably, yeah, probably will.
Because when we're in Europe, we might need one more.
It was linked to that Osmane Diomande from Sporting. Apparently, they've sent scouts to watch him. The 19-year-old centre back, Sporting Lisbon, is meant to be a fucking wall. Apparently, I haven't seen much of him.
I have to do my research on him. I've never heard the guy before, but he does sound like he fits the model.
Yeah, so some of Diomande. Yeah, he's fucking rock. But yeah, man. Unfortunately for Trev, he's got to go, man. But we'll still remember him. 2 years ago in the Club World Cup Championship, he was solid, man. I didn't think when he played, it's like 40-something games, wasn't it, or something daft where we never lost. Was it that many? It was a massive...
he's unbeaten for a while. It took him to I think the Brighton game. That was it. 4-1.
Yeah. So he done well, but like you said, the sauce has come in and he's looked better than what Trev did last year. So unfortunately, and as well as that, if you get £40 million, that's £40 million on your books for youth players. So looking at it from a business perspective, got to go. But fair play to Trevor, and thanks for what you've done, brother.
Yeah, just thanks for the memories. You've given us a lot of good performances. You've won a lot of trophies here. Best of luck. Best of luck. That's
never heard any bad headlines about him or anything like that. He just, when he wasn't in the team, just trained him, the man them, done his thing when he came in. So listen, no one's got a bad word to say about him. That's how Mount should have done it, but the guy's got a big ego. Clown.
Hey, I look forward to Man United away in a few weeks. That's going to be
Arsenal, man. It's getting me, bro. We've lost them too many times. It's getting embarrassing, man.
We haven't beaten Arsenal at the bridge since 5 years ago. So.
They've won nothing, but they keep beating us. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't won nothing.
Our last win against them at home was 2018.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you better.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. We need to beat them at some point. I know Kev's saying about
back in my day, they had one win at our ground in the entire 2010s.
Bruv, when they took 2 points off of us like 3 years ago, they're still flexing until this day that Martinelli goal.
Oh yeah, from the infamous 2-2 draw at the bridge. That was another.
We've got to hold that. We keep losing to them, man.
Yeah, that would felt like a loss.
Yeah, we've got to change it up this weekend. This weekend it's time. The lads have got to go out and they've got to fucking win it. There's no excuse. I don't want to see none of these fucking sideways and backwards football. We've got enough ability for us to go and play some football and do some damage to their defense as well. So we've got to go and play. There's no point in us sitting back. Let's go out and do the best we can. And maybe if we do lose, we can hold our heads high. But I don't even want to think about another loss. I can't be asked with my WhatsApp and my DMs blowing up with my fucking brethren from college and all kinds of shit saying, every team's shit. It's about time I can message them and say, your team's shit. You haven't won nothing in fucking 20 years, apart from 2 FA Cups. You flopped on the league. You just gassed up. Chelsea will always be the biggest team in London. Sit there and shut up kind of thing. So hopefully, man, just do it, Chelsea. Don't let them people ring my phone again because I've been turning my phone off the weekend. Trust me.
Big facts, Chelsea. You must. And with that, we're going to wrap up the show. It's been a brilliant episode. Lots of good discussion. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Big up to the panel as well. It's been great to chop it up again, as always. Check out everybody's socials. Link is again in the description as well. Bottom left if you want to just search them manually. Big up, everybody. Like and subscribe. We'll see you guys very soon. Take care and up the Chelsea.